Hello and welcome to the Inner Miami Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brandon Griffin, and with me is Mike Fuck Orlando Longest.
I gotta say, I think that's the big disappointment tonight, right? There was no Fuck Orlando chant.
There was. You
there?
didn't hear it in the North Stand. There was.
All right, so we didn't hear it in the stands. Listen, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. I had us a 3-1 loss.
I've never heard him say that, by the way.
Very wrong.
Mike's wife is laughing. She's never heard him say that either.
Let's start out. So they show the lineup. We're worried.
Sorry, Mike Hill. Sorry,
we're
guys.
worried there's a wardrobe. So they bring up this lineup. That's exactly what we saw Sunday. That's with a change with Frere. And I expected a disaster. I expected a disaster class. I expected us to come out and look flat.
Yeah.
And that wasn't what we showed tonight.
No, we came out aggressive. Suarez, those knee injections have to be illegal in LA, legal in Miami, because he looked fucking awesome.
He was, I think someone said it in the Discord or in our chats. He was too fast on that one offsides. He would have had the hat trick if that wasn't that fast. So he looked at the whole team. I'll say the difference I saw more than anything else. Our passes were crisp. We executed the entire match. We looked fantastic. Well, I'd say we executed 70% of the match. The final, towards the end, we got tired. Busquets started missing it. But I'm talking to you and the camera. I think, listen, I don't want to nitpick too much, but hands down, that's the best we've looked. And we think, we've been trying to figure out the stats here. We think this is our first 5-0 match. First 5-goal match.
Right.
So, what do you think? I've been talking the whole time.
I think that was our best win yet. I think it was just awesome. Like, even goals that, maybe shouldn't have been goals, like Messi's first goal. That was incredible. His second goal was, as Callie said, probably one of the best goals I've ever seen live.
Well, the best part was, he still hasn't scored this year with his feet.
Right.
Yeah. He used his whole body on the first one, head on the second. Man, what a game.
And the thing is like, when we gave up possession of the ball, it was almost like we allowed Orlando City to have possession because we got in our formation. We were able to really quickly get the ball back and able to counter. And I was not expecting to see that with Suarez. I thought we would only see that with Campana and some of the younger guys. And man, they were able to turn the clock back, and it was amazing.
Well, a big part of that was we held our ground. We looked, again, we go back, we looked so crisp.
Yeah.
We were where we wanted to be the whole time. I almost hesitantly say Tata did a good job managing this game. I will say, now I'm going to nitpick, the subs waiting until the 65th, 70th minute, 66th minute for the subs is way too late.
Yeah.
Suarez should have come out earlier. Busquets should have come out. He never came out.
Well, yeah. I mean, because of the scoreline, they could have come out, but I get it. They're competitors. They didn't want to come out.
I will say. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Gressel, still a waste.
I was going to say that next.
He got the assist, but Gressel's going to Gressel.
I don't think he was good, but I thought he put himself in better positions than we see.
Every player.
So that could work out for us, but in my vision, in the next game, when Redondo's green card comes in, we see him at the CDM, Busquets push up the Gressel spot, and who knows? It's nice to see that we have interchangeable pieces, and I think Yedlin played lights out tonight.
I would have made
one or two mistakes, but he played well.
It's funny. I agree. I thought Toto played fantastic as well.
Until he was injured,
He was, you know where my seats are at that right. I'm basically on the left. At that point, I was on the right line when he was on defense.
Right.
And he was tracking those balls so well, tracking the players.
Crazy.
I love the communication. I think if you go back to the previous seasons in Miami, if you're a longtime fan, we didn't talk. Like, you'd watch the match, and our team would be silent. It was a really common complaint people had. We talked. We were screaming. Jordi Alba. Did you see Jordi Alba? Every time a good play, he went and congratulated Cheered him on.
And again, for all you parents out there, like myself, like Mike, That's
my
the
kids
attitude
playing
you
in
want.
the background.
That's the attitude you want to impart on your children. Like Messi has the skills, but Alba has the attitude.
Oh, such a good attitude.
And we're lucky to have him. We're lucky to have Suarez, Messi, all of them. Everyone on that field tonight played excellent.
Yeah.
And listen, you beat Orlando 5-0. That's pretty damn good because Orlando is not a bad team.
I'll say my other disappointment for this game.
It wasn't 6-0.
No, no hat tricks. I get it, but I was disappointed in the crowd. I think we're seeing this as more that corporate, new to the team crowd.
Right.
The players did not treat that as a rivalry game.
Right.
Which is a problem.
If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see I posted a couple of videos after we scored.
It's under that card.
The section 108, 109, like the actual supporter sections were on fire. But because the team has constricted that down to 2 sections instead of 8 or whatever it was before 6, it hurts the atmosphere. But
it's not just there.
It
was around it because I know I'm on the west side. I did notice a lot of the west side. There's a lot of stomping going on. People were trying to get in the game.
Yeah, I feel like we're building.
You look back to the 4-1 beatdown of Orlando 2 years ago when the entire crowd was in that match. Very different crowd feeling.
But the entire crowd was me, you, and 4 of our best friends.
And we were all in it. I think of other things that really stood out. The goals all look good. The team played well, and we could have scored more.
Right. And I have to watch that offsides goal on Suarez.
There was back on TV because no one yelled about it.
The scoreboard did say it went to VAR.
Did it?
I'm not sure. I thought it was onside. I was celebrating. I was hugging a Chelsea fan. And, we'll see. We'll see, and we'll let you know what we think on Monday's episode when we go live. But it looked for me, and I'm in the north stand. I can't tell if it's really offsides or not. It looked onside to me, but it could have been miles off. I don't know.
I will say, okay, so concerns. We looked as soon as we got tired. Bad passes, breakdowns.
Yeah,
I am concerned. We've only got 4. We got 4 nights rest: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 nights rest before we travel to Nashville for CCC. And I think that's a concern that how quickly we can recover.
Yeah,
because this is the team that's starting,
right?
Except if Redondo's there,
right?
And that's going to be a concern. We just blew our load on this match.
Yes.
And so we got to see if we can get back. We can do a round 2 or not.
And we'll absolutely see what happens there. I personally think that we're maybe trying to play for a draw in Nashville because we have the second leg at home. So we'll see.
Draw on the road.
And we'll get into that Monday. We don't have to talk about that tonight. Tonight, all we have to do is bask in the glory of a 5-0 win. We blanked Orlando.
So let's be clear.
And Kalen Carr, I see you. You said Orlando's going to finish higher than us in the standings.
A whole lot of people did.
You're wrong.
But we are now 2 matches at home. We have not been scored on.
Right.
In 3 matches, 1 goal against us.
Right.
Remember, everyone's saying our defense is our weak link.
I'm not seeing it.
And right now, our defense, and that 4, let me tell you, every time we went to defense, you saw that 4 guys lined up along the back, and we got behind the ball. We had 8 men behind the ball almost every chance.
One thing that I do want to throw out there is Freire seemed to bring some balance to the team.
Little rust,
he had a little rust, but he had the speed.
I think
he had speed to make up for the rust.
He did. Well, like I said, Toto played lights out, which helped. Jordy and Yedlin both played defense. Played good defense.
Yeah.
And we talk so much about Jordy as being this offensive. And by the way, that goal, I think that was the first Messi goal. Jordy took the ball from the 18 all the way to the 18, all the way up.
Yeah.
And he made that entire play happen. It was fantastic.
He did.
But he also played defense all game.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That and I think Toto and Freire on defense. Hopefully Toto's all right. We'll see what happens. By Monday's show, hopefully we know what's going on. But they look great as the back 2 center backs. Yedlin looked good. Alba looked good. And you add in Redondo in that mix, and you're really looking like a very solid central defense that can also distribute, because we saw Freire distribute out from the back, we saw Toto distribute a little bit, not a whole lot, because Freyer kind of seemed to take charge of the distribution. But I liked what I saw. I really did. And for his debut against Orlando City, it was at home, but still, it was a good.
So interesting, by the way. Topps made a big deal about those debut patches. Freer did not have one. I noticed it. I noticed while I was watching. I said the only
he may have had one, but it may have been on the sleeve.
Oh,
that's where they did it for Major League Baseball. For collectors out there, MLB collectors know the Topps MLB cards have had like a debut patch. It's a one-of-one card that you can pull out of their standard packs. Well, MLS announced that they're going to do that this year. And for MLB, they put it on the side of the sleeve.
No, but when Suarez did it, was up front. You could see it. Yeah, it was there. So I just noticed
I didn't know that. So
maybe
they put it on maybe they put it on when he debuted on the bench. I don't know.
I think when you put it on the jersey, I
don't know.
Anyway, like I said, the only real negative from this game, the real one, is Gressel. Just he hit the crossbar. He missed the sitter. I do still think when Redondo comes in, Gressel moves to right back, and he ends up on the bench. I don't know how you can do that because Yedlin is playing right back exactly as Tata wants him to play.
He is, but I think you have to give Gressel the opportunity at right back because when the one game in preseason where we saw Gressel at right back, I thought he looked good.
The only thing throughout that, they make the same salary. It's like you can't make
it's very similar.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I personally think Redondo comes in, moves Busquets forward, but Busquets did all right in that CDM role tonight.
Busquets looked happy. He looked comfortable. He
looked healthier.
Yeah, he was tracking back on defense quite a bit.
Yeah.
But he wasn't being forced to play defense.
Right.
And I think that's a big difference as well.
Well, what was an interesting observation, and I'll be interested to see what it looks like when I rewatch the game tomorrow, is what I saw a lot of was Suarez behind Messi. Messi was the furthest forward.
Yes.
Suarez was tracking back quite a bit, and I thought that was interesting. So we'll see if that...
to add to that, on corner kicks, Suarez plays the front post and Messi stays all the way out. And I think that's kind of interesting because considering how Suarez struggles to run, you'd think he'd stay farther forward so he wouldn't have to run as much. But he did make a header save on one of those corner kicks. So clearly he knows that. Yeah.
But tonight it didn't look like Suarez struggled to run. Towards the end
he did.
Yes. But in the beginning of the game, he was amped up, and I have to say, Mike may have been right. They may have known that this was a rivalry game and got amped up and were ready to come out because they sure as hell looked like it.
We have a crowd question.
All right, TJ, what's your question?
They can't hear you, so you got to.
I'd like to ask, why is this hurt?
I don't know.
Okay,
so I want to make another weird call. I thought it was a well-refed game. I thought it was consistent. There were issues. I know the players were getting frustrated on both sides, but I thought it was a consistent game. It did not look. It wasn't as good as some of the refs we've seen in the past, but we've had MLS refs that were worse than that ref.
I was, however, hoping that it would be the Inter Miami ref who was wearing the Inter Miami jersey, and maybe he would have helped us out a little bit more. But it wasn't.
No.
But it was a good ref match considering it was a scab.
Yeah. There just is really not much more to say. A 5-0, huge win. I was wrong.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to be negative.
Happily wrong, though.
Happily wrong. I don't mind being wrong.
You're not going to be negative on Monday.
No, I'm going to keep on being negative on my scorings because maybe that helps us win.
Yeah, listen, if that gets us through, that's what gets us through. But, I think we've covered just about all we could talk about tonight. We'll be joining you guys again live Monday at 9 to talk about the rest of this game, what we didn't see in person, and you guys will get to hear my rant on the U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, that's two real conversations we want to have. The U.S. Open Cup.
And season ticket holder experience.
The season ticket holder experience. A lot of thoughts on that lately, all of a sudden kind of coming back up. Though, I love how angry Nashville fans are right now, having to pay the premium we did. After all the heat Miami fans got about, you should be grateful to have Messi.
Right.
Well, Nashville, Messi's coming. You should be grateful you get that chance too.
Nashville, you should be grateful you get to see Messi.
So,
and as we end the last episode, should we do it?
Fuck Orlando! Fuck Orlando!